Hello everyone, this is Cody from Server 73, and in this video we're going to speak about the spider, Tarantula. Everyone knows it comes up every Wednesday and every Sunday. You have to kill her to get your points, your green points, to upgrade your equipment for your immortals. So I think a full piece is 3.2 million green gemstones, so these ones here, and yeah, so you need to collect a lot of them just also to be prepared for Castle 16. We have a new update soon, and I expect it to be C60, so you should farm them now again. If you didn't do it, you should start again, and we will speak about a setup that I'm using currently. So I have 12.9 million at the moment. It's not that much, but it is at least something. I just started again. I was thinking about what can I do, because we also have the changes for the timer, for the battle times, I mean. So I was thinking about, I want a tank, but I want a tank that is also doing DPS, and I want some energy regeneration speed and some, yeah, immortals that are pretty known for being good. I'm missing some skills currently, but that is what I'm using right now. I want to play Wukong on the top lane, because the top lane is always the one that is facing the boss first, and when the top laner is dead, then it attacks the whole other team except an AoE effect. So that is how it's working actually. I was testing here. Normally I play Spear and Pale. So how is it working? Lifelink, you want to have to reflect the damage to the enemy. You want to use weakness just to reduce the resil rate, and your crits are going to be higher damage. And you want to use absolute defense on the tank to just have a 50% chance to yeah, to get some defense to block the attacks. Just use some. You don't need, when you have an exclusive artifact, but you don't need it, then use it. Otherwise, I'm going here for attack speed and physical damage, not defense damage, together with Adrenaline Rush and Wind Rage to get the energy bar quicker done, and Spear Impale just to reduce or increase the physical damage that the enemy is going to receive. I'm using Xeon. I think there can be also someone else. We will speak about substitutes later, but yeah, I'm playing Xeon with Blade Vortex. Blade Vortex still is super good DPS skill also for a spider, also for single target, because it is a skill that is triggered every 12 seconds, so it doesn't have any chance effect. You want to use Demonic Contract because you expect the fight to be long, and you want Battle Stance, so the first 20 seconds are not really good. Otherwise, when you don't have Battle Stance, you can just use Anger, but yeah. And with Matilda, I use her to make the regeneration speed of the energy regeneration higher for my whole team, and to increase the damage. She's the best immortal for PvE, so for bosses, for spider, for this thing here, how it's called, Time Rift Breaker. So therefore she's really good. In PvP and in other setups she's garbage. I'm going to try to test her still. Maybe I'm going to do a video about it, but I'm not sure if she works in a setup. I want to combine her with a Wukong. But okay, let's go for some substitutes. You can use for Spear and Pale. You want to have actually Corrosive Power. That is actually the skill that I'm missing. That is really good for the PvE bosses and also for Spider. That is what I 100% need still. So that's what I would substitute here. Also, you can use, if you don't have Wukong, you can use here Hippo with like Corrosive Power, then Victorious Pursuit, and probably with full coverage, so you can just use her as a damage dealer and The rest is actually basically the same. The backline is basically the same 100%. When the spider is below 50% health, you want to swap sacrifice for Fear of Domination, because then you deal just 20% more damage all the time. That is what you need and what you want to have. So that is the substitutes that you do. When you don't have battle stance at the moment, you can just use anger. It's basically just a little boost in the physical damage, and but the rest should stay like this. So what is the result? I had some fights and I was testing. I bookmarked them. We can just see here how it was working. So here basically, as I've mentioned, I did 1.82% for level 106 Titantula. I think that is okay. I think around 2%, 3% is really high, or at least 3%. I've never seen someone who reached 3%, but around 1.5 to 2% is a pretty good hit at the moment at the current rate. So basically what was happening here, the healing of the battle authorities, so the skill from Wukong and absolute defense, they just they just absorbed so much damage from Titantula. You can see that I almost fought for like 2 minutes. The damage here could be higher. I was still using the exclusive artifact, but just bronze with no slot, just to do an additional damage, but I think it's not worth. It's better to use a golden artifact. I was also not using battle stance here. It's still anger, but the rest is basically the same that I've explained. We can just quickly check the fight and see how much the absorb was actually hitting. We will just do it a bit faster. So I have already now my first Wukong skill that blocks damage. Blocked, you can just see that's always written blocked in the above his head. But it would be interesting if he like lives longer. I also think I used the wrong dragon. I think you don't want to use Holy Dragon, you want to use maybe Fire Dragon, just a dragon that deals some damage. I think that is what I'm still missing. But yeah, you can see that everyone was dead before, from the AoE that I mentioned. Everyone was dead before Wukong, because Wukong just absorbed, blocked the whole damage, and that is, in my opinion, making him super overpowered. Maybe for, I don't know, for weakness, maybe you should play, or I can try Battle Stance or Demonic Contract. When he's surviving that long, 1 versus 1, you basically can try another setup with him, but you should keep lifelink to deal damage, to reflect damage, and you want the double absorb. That is pretty nice. I'm going to skip this one because it's still 30 seconds, just a 1v1 where you can see like how much he just blocked, and that is actually what I really think gives you some good opportunities to do some high hits. This was my highest one, 2.34, and he healed even more, 221 million absorb. So it makes the damage looking super low, but they're also like 70 million, 60 million, 40 million. So pretty, and I just timed it out the whole time. So obviously it was exactly the same happening. So therefore maybe I have to swap weakness to Seon and put like Demonic Contract or Battle Stance on Wukong to give him a bit damage booster. That was also another one, 240 million. You can see when Wukong is able to heal a lot, then you also have good results. That is what I figured out. I'm not playing Hippo because since the game is having the exclusive artifact for Hippo, I'm not able to get a good one. That is a bit sad, but that is how it is. It is how it is. So that's why I'm just testing and using Wukong. And I said already in my last video that I want to make him great. And in this case, I really like him. Yeah, I already gave you an option for another setup to see and to check and to test with Hypo. Basically, the rest stays. You swap out Sacrifice for Fear of Domination, and I want to test the next time this, what I have already said, this for this. So this is what I'm going to test and to try, and maybe Wukong is going to let the damage explode. We will see. That's everything what I have to say. That's the new mechanics with the new battle times versus the spider. A tanky one with absorbing damage can do a lot and can do high percentage. It doesn't matter how many losses it is, you just want to hit a high percentage. Yeah, so test it out, let me know what you figured out, maybe you have any advice for me. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.